Mike couldn't fathom how this day could deteriorate any further. It was already disheartening enough that he had been handed an envelope bearing dire news. Yet, the impending task of breaking it to his wife, Michelle, loomed ominously. They had tied the knot 3 years ago, shortly after graduating from college and embarking on their careers. Both were earning a respectable income, but Mike grappled with the overwhelming financial burden that awaited them. As he drove home, his mind was consumed with these thoughts, rendering him barely conscious of his surroundings. His phone's ring pierced through his contemplation. "Hello? Hey, baby, is everything all right? You don't sound well. I'm sorry. It's been a tough day. I'll fill you in when I get home." "Okay, and I need to discuss something with you when you're back. Oh, I forgot to mention, my parents are joining us for dinner tonight. I'll see you later. Love you. I love you too." Upon ending the call, Mike sighed. He adored Michelle's parents, but the last thing he wanted was to impart devastating news in their presence. Nevertheless, perhaps their presence could provide some solace. They'd faced adversity together before, and their wisdom might help Michelle see that their current situation was merely a setback, one they could overcome together. Mike was reluctant to ruin their dinner, but resolved to break the news as soon as he arrived home. That way, they'd have ample time to discuss their predicament and formulate a plan to move forward. Entering their small apartment, clutching the fateful envelope, Mike found Michelle and her parents, Tom and Mary Beth, waiting on the couch. Michelle beamed, holding her mother's hand. He knew he was about to extinguish that radiant smile. Before he could speak, Michelle said, "Hey, baby, I understand you've had a difficult day, but I have something important to share." She continued, her voice brimming with excitement. "So, we've been trying to have children for the last 10 months without success. Today, my mom accompanied me to a fertility doctor, and they conducted some tests while we consulted with the doctor. After a while, a nurse arrived with the test results. The doctor reviewed them and delivered astonishing news. There's nothing he can do, because I'm already pregnant." Mike stared at Michelle in silence for a moment, processing her words. Tears streamed down his face as he absorbed the revelation. Michelle, thinking he was overwhelmed by joy, leaped up to embrace him. He recoiled and shouted, "Don't touch me!" Tom and Mary Beth exchanged bewildered glances. They had never seen this side of Mike before. In a tone wrought with anger, he continued, "What do you mean? This is not what I wanted. I wanted to raise our children, grow old together, surrounded by loved ones. This isn't what I had in mind." Michelle was on the brink of tears. "What are you saying?" "We're going to have a child, and we'll grow old together." Mike shot back with venom. "No, you will have a child, not us." He flung the envelope above his head and let it fall onto the coffee table. "Did you forget I had a doctor's appointment today? I also consulted a fertility specialist to seek advice on how we could overcome this together." He took a deep breath, lifting the ominous envelope. "But instead, this is what I got. A worthless piece of paper that shattered all my hopes and dreams." As silence enveloped the room, Tom inquired, "What's in the envelope, Mike?" Mike met Tom's gaze and responded through clenched teeth. "The results of today's tests." He turned his accusatory glare toward Michelle and added, "I'm sterile. Subscribe to our channel so that your second shaft doesn't cheat on you, and go ahead and listen to the next story, because this story is nothing compared to the next one. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to the next one.